You got the calendar invite at 9 a.m. By 10, your badge still worked. By 11, your manager was reading from a script he clearly didn't write. And by noon, you were being transitioned. Not fired, transitioned. That's what they call it now. Here's the number they didn't put in that meeting. The AI doing your job costs the company $40 a month. You cost them $180,000 a year. That's not about your performance, that's just the math. And the paycheck they handed you on the way out? It doesn't go as far as it used to. A house that cost twice the average salary in 1970 costs 7 times that today. The raise you fought for last year? Inflation moved faster. This isn't a you problem. This is a K-shaped economy. One line going up, one line going down. And your paycheck puts you on one of them. Here's the thing. Working harder doesn't move you to the other line. You have to understand the split first. Epictetus had one rule for moments exactly like this. Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life. He wasn't saying roll over and take it. He was saying stop being shocked by a system you haven't bothered to read. That's what we're doing today. The K-shape showed up after 2020. Asset prices went up fast. Wages barely moved. Most people thought it was temporary. It wasn't. The split is permanent now. 2 different tracks running in opposite directions. Inflation hits your paycheck and builds their net worth. Same force, opposite outcomes. You're taxed above 32%. They're paying 15% on capital gains. Same government, different rule book. You stop, the money stops. They sleep, the money doesn't. And here's the part nobody talks about. The most exposed people in this economy aren't the ones at the bottom. It's the doctors, the lawyers, the senior managers making 6 figures. Their lifestyle costs so much that their paycheck's already spent before it hits the account. They look successful. They're completely vulnerable. One bad quarter, one restructuring, and they're starting over. That's a golden cage, not success. 3 things are pulling money out of your hands right now. 1, inflation. It makes the stuff you own worth more over time. If you own nothing, it just makes everything more expensive. 2, the tax code. This isn't an accident. Capital gains get taxed at 15 to 20%. Your salary? 32% or more. That gap was put there on purpose. 3, lifestyle creep. Every time you get a raise, your spending adjusts to match it. The money that could have built something just gets absorbed. Here's what nobody warned you about when the AI news started. It didn't just take the job, it took what came with the job. The title, the expertise you spent years building, the thing you led with when someone asked what you do. I'm a senior director of operations at past tense. Because companies didn't just cut the role. They decided the role didn't need to exist anymore. And the guy whose whole identity was wrapped up in that title? He's in a parking lot trying to figure out who he is now. That's wage identity. And it's dangerous because someone else controls when it expires. Marcus Aurelius was running an empire when he wrote this. Still applies. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. The majority scorecard right now is salary, title, promotion, and it's keeping a lot of smart people running in place. You score high, you fall further behind. That's the game. And it's about to get harder on the tax side too. The tax code is reshaping what deductions you can keep, how your retirement accounts get treated, and which income brackets get squeezed. The wage earner's situation gets worse. The asset owner's doesn't. Not politics, math. And it's written for people who already made the switch. So here's the trap in plain terms. Wage earner. Works more, earns more, spends more, ends up in the same place. Asset owner. Puts money to work, money earns more, reinvests, builds while sleeping. You can't close that gap by trying harder. You have to change which track you're on. 4 words changed how I think about a paycheck. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Simple question. Master of what? If you have to show up every single day for the money to come in, if it stops when you stop, you're not free. You're just on a longer leash. And a longer leash isn't the same thing as no leash. The Stoics had a name for things like money. They called them preferred indifference. Useful, but not the point. Most men today have flipped that. They've made their income their identity. So whoever controls your paycheck controls you. Not just the account, you. Your mood, your decisions, how you feel about yourself at the end of the week. Stoic intel on money is simple. It's a tool for building freedom, not a trophy for performing success. Seneca nailed the high-income trap 2,000 years before LinkedIn existed. It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the man who hankers after more. In 2026 terms, the man pulling in a big salary but owning nothing is the most broke person in the room. He just dresses well. One bad call from his employer and it's gone. Capital doesn't care what happens at the company. Your salary does. 3 moves, in order. This is how you cross. Move 1, the ownership audit. Here's the check every man needs to run on himself. 2 columns. Column 1, hours you trade for money. Column 2, money working without you. If column 2 is empty, you're fully exposed. Not a little, completely. 1 workforce optimization, 1 AI rollout, 1 bad quarter, income goes to 0. That's not a financial strategy. That's a hostage situation with a salary attached. Do the check. Know where you actually stand. You can't plan a way out of a position you won't look at. Move 2, financial fortification. This isn't about cutting lattes. Fortification means intercepting your money before your lifestyle absorbs it. Every dollar that hits your spending is a dollar the system already captured. You have to move first. Seneca wasn't poor when he practiced this. He was worth the equivalent of $300 million. He did it because he knew something important. A man who can live on less can't be threatened with losing more. That's not scarcity, that's leverage. Start with 10 to 15% off the top, before the bills, before the lifestyle adjusts. Automate it so it's not a decision you have to make every month. Move 3, buy time, not things. The goal isn't retirement. The goal is the day your money earns more than you do. When that day comes, companies can restructure, AI can roll out, tax codes can shift. None of it threatens you anymore. You're not building a side hustle here. You're building something that runs while you sleep. First step doesn't have to be big. It has to be real. A position, a stake in something. Anything on the balance sheet that isn't your job title. Titles get taken. Balance sheets compound. The K-shaped economy didn't sneak up on you. You were walked into the bottom of it by a system that needed you there. It needed you productive. It needed you spending. It needed you to think that earning more and building more were the same thing. They're not. Earning more just made you more expensive to run. The Stoic doesn't fight the system in anger. He understands it, maps it, and finds the exit. Stop keeping score on their terms. A bigger salary isn't the goal. The goal is the day what you own earns more than what you do. That's not a retirement date. That's the crossing point. And the audit is where it starts. Your salary is someone else's asset. The only question is when your labor starts building yours. Next intel brief, the 3 asset classes that let you cross the K without a trust fund. Stay grounded.